Good evening, TikTok Live, and welcome to this Sunday evening here in my kitchen, where, just for the heck of it, I've decided to have some fun and cook up some ribeyes tonight because, well, why not? When's a bad time for ribeyes? And let me show you them, in fact. These things are nice and big and heavy. Aren't these things some wonderful ribeyes? And yes, I know I am playing with you. However, I mean, just consider this. First of all, I'm going to be cooking these in a cast iron pan the way you would make a steak. I have these chicken breasts seasoned liberally on both sides with salt, pepper, garlic, saison, and adobo. And frankly, well, they do come from the rib area of the chicken. In fact, the ribs are still there underneath, in fact. These are bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts. So, in a way, I guess you could call these ribeyes. And so, why not? And I would not be surprised if some people give some reasons why not. And good evening, Rick Stumbow. Nice to see you here. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, and to everybody, I am not asking you to interrupt your schedule. So just feel free to enjoy your Sunday evening the way you normally do. You can always watch the playback. And speaking of which, the last thing I should mention is this is a Birmingham Stove and Range Century Cookware Series number 10 cast iron skillet. So this thing is nice and big, and I have gotten this nice and hot. And yeah, this thing is a spinner too. It seems like unfortunately just about all of the big BSR pans are spinners, but there's no reason why this thing can't make some excellent ribeyes tonight. So let's get started. Add some oil to the pan. So in fact, if you want to call this fried chicken, yes you can. However, the nice thing about this particular fried chicken is we don't have to use a ton of oil. All right, let's center this. There we go. Okay, unfortunately the oil is nice and hot. And hello, Sean K as well. I am doing this off of my phone tonight, so I am able to see these comments, but they don't stay up permanently. So I may indeed miss some of your comments here tonight. But as I said, I'm just here to have some fun. So let's have some fun and sear up some ribeyes. 1, 2, and 3. And that's why I used a number 10 size skillet here tonight. These are some big ribeyes, aren't they? Yeah, I was actually surprised how big these things were. And that's one reason why I decided not to, I decided to cook them the way you would cook a steak. Besides the fact that it's nice and easy and really not difficult at all. There we go. And just, of course, yeah, we got to get as much contact as possible. Essentially, I'm just going to be flipping these things every couple of minutes and being nice and patient until they hit their desired temperature. For this, the desired temperature is going to be 155 degrees, except for one, which I'm actually going to bring up to 180 degrees. Why am I doing that? Because my dinner guest specifically stated she wanted her chicken well done. And I'm not kidding. That's how she eats her chicken. So she's the one eating it, and I'm definitely going to accommodate her, which means we're going to have 2 nicely done chicken breasts and 1 well done chicken breast, as requested. As you can see, these are bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts. They may not be as inexpensive as leg quarters, but they're much less expensive than boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which of course is about all we ever see in YouTube chicken videos. So I'm happy to try to add a little variety to this. And yeah, I know it's going to be even a while before I have to start checking the temperature on these. But like I said, I'm cooking these the way you would cook a steak. You know, I think that's one thing we have not seen at Chick-fil-A and KFC and all the rest of these. Pan-seared chicken. I mean, while they do make chicken tenders, and they do make their so-called grilled chickens, they have not, I don't think I have seen pan-seared chicken at those places. And that's their loss, too, because I consider this to be quite delicious. Got my tongs here. These are my Vollrath tongs, for that matter. And if you look here, here is the Vollrath logo on these tongs. I ordered them a couple of years ago, well, from Amazon, because you can order anything on Amazon. They really weren't expensive, and they are nice, durable tongs too. They are definitely not dollar store tongs. So I am not regretting this one bit. Turn this over again. As you can see, as I said, this pan is a spinner, unfortunately. They're going to be all right here, Dubs. Well, I certainly hope so. Although, since I'm doing this on my phone, please let me know if you have signal problems. Because, frankly, I have had difficulties in the past trying to do a live stream from my phone. Rick on. I do not know if he's on, Cynthia. This is on my phone, and I can't see the entire live chat at the same time, I'm afraid. Rick Stumbow did actually step by and say hi as soon as this video started. So either he's watching or he did just drop in to say hi. I broke left arm and lots of body pain. Ouch! Ooh, my condolences, Rick. Sorry to hear that. Banged up bad. Ooh, I know that feeling. There was a time about 3 years ago when I sprained my wrist. Yeah, not fun. Well, you should see the other guy, right? But actually, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, since it's June, I think we can safely say you did not slip on the ice. But on the other hand, if it's personal, I will not pry, and I won't ask you to go into any more detail than you want. Because again, this is YouTube. I mean, privacy on YouTube is not the greatest thing. That's one reason why I encourage everybody to use an internet nickname or handle or secret identity pretty much anywhere on the internet, including YouTube and including Facebook. It's also why I don't like referring to people by their real, so-called real names on the internet. It's also why I use I've been using the nickname of Motomac since the late 1980s. In fact, hard to believe that there is a social media platform that is probably less secure, more dangerous, and, well, more biased, I guess you could say, than YouTube. And that social medium is TikTok. So, yes, as such, I am enjoying myself here on YouTube tonight. No whiplash, I hope. Oh, dear. So it was a car crash? Ouch. Then definitely, I'm sorry to hear that, Rick. Glad to see you're here, then, at least. Meanwhile, this chicken is coming along nicely, especially because this is so thick and heavy. I have little doubt that this thing is nowhere near close to done. But you can always break out the probe thermometer and start checking. Gotta be careful not to touch the bones. However, let's see what we have so far. Yeah, see what I mean? This thing here is at 57 degrees, 56. This one is at 53, 51. Oh yeah, we have a long way to go here. And this one is at 52. Okay, well, that means this is definitely not going to be a short video, folks. Hope you don't mind that. There have been a couple of videos I know of these people who cooked chicken to what they called medium rare. You know, where there was a whole layer of pink in the center. I am not going to be doing that tonight. Heck no. At least I've learned that much. So, I mean, if folks want to argue that's not a ribeye, please feel free to do so. But I can reassure you, regardless of what you call it, this chicken is going to be well done. Or I guess I should say, instead of this chicken, these ribeyes. You know, just to trigger some folks, because there are people on the internet who will argue about anything. In fact, I think I'll stand this up like this. Try to get as much surface contact as possible. Oops, don't want to break it either. Come on. Like I said, I don't want to break it. All right. Because the skin is already receding. And there will definitely be a crisp chicken skin on this. I can safely say that, too. In fact, I should probably even throw some butter in here when the temperature reaches maybe, oh, I don't know, 120, 130 degrees or so. As I said, we'll treat it like a steak. I mean, heck, I have to say, because of the pan searing, these things are looking nice. Let's ask them that in 3 days. Pain's going to appear from everywhere. Oh, yeah, I know. I have unfortunately been in 3 car accidents myself. Thankfully, no one was hurt. However, hurt or not, I definitely got whiplash. In that by the next day, I was feeling so incredibly sore. I really wasn't that bad at the initial accident, but yeah, definitely the whiplash set in the day after that. Agree, Cynthia. Already started. Ooh, sorry to hear that too, Rick. But at least you're here. Best we could say is that it could have been a lot worse. I still remember after my car was totaled, one of the first things the insurance company gave me was this bit of advice. You know, they were glad, of course, that no one was hurt because, as they said, you know, accidents happen. Cars can be repaired. People can't. So, definitely, all I can ask is that we look on the bright side. Because after all, this is just a YouTube channel. You know, this is not your private time with your family or your wife or significant other or the like. This is YouTube Live. We're here to have fun because that's about all we can do here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Rich Qualls. Yes, nice to see you all here. As I said earlier, I'm not asking you to interrupt your Sunday evening for this. I just came here onto YouTube Live because I felt like it, and because I had the idea of doing a little bit of trolling, as you can see from the title of this video, chicken ribeyes. What the heck is a chicken ribeye? This is a chicken ribeye. Basically some really big, fat, skin-on, bone-in chicken breasts, which I am cooking until they reach the proper temperature. And I'm calling them ribeyes because, well, hey, it is the rib meat that we're cooking here, so why not? At this point, not sure if there's been any difference at all in the temperature. Temperature is now showing 89, 88. Well, it has risen a little bit, so that's something. 80, 79, 78, 77. Maybe I should rotate these things. 79, 78, 77. So yes, as I said, we have quite a long ways to go here. However, I have made these like this before. And let's just say it's worth it. Just like it's certainly worth it to make a steak in the best way that you can, it is definitely worth it to make these ribeyes in the best way that you can. You will not regret it. They will be juicy. They will have quite a bit of flavor. Definitely worth cutting with a knife and fork. Since Rick will be laid up, we could see if we get the key to the garage. Oh, that's interesting. Mercy, yeah, so bliss, yes, exactly. So, and if you have not tried making a chicken breast in the manner of a steak, I definitely recommend it. As I said, the end result is most certainly worth it. Well, I better stop fooling around with these things and let them sit and cook for a little while. How about that? All right, let's raise the pan a little bit. There we go. That's better. They have shrunk a little bit in that they're all fitting in the pan now with no difficulty at all. And they definitely have some color on them. I can smell them well enough. Leather cover, even the leather cover is getting hot. So yeah, this thing is definitely picking up a lot of heat. But then again, that's what else can you expect for a BSR? And there's a reason why Birmingham Stove and Range has the reputation, at least these days, that it does. As these may very well be among the finest quality cast iron pans ever made, even if they were not as fancy as Griswold. And even today, if you're lucky, you can still find a good bargain on BSR. Not from antique vendors who know what they are, but a lot of times, even at flea markets or the like, you can still find a deal on a nice vintage BSR pan. And considering that they went out of business in 1992, and the newest of their, that would mean that the newest of their pans would have to be at least 23 years old, because they stopped production around that time. 22 to 23. Yeah, 32 to 33 years old. I'm wrong, not 22 to 23. So we're talking like any BSR pan that you find is at least 30 years old. And of course, if you're lucky enough to score a Red Mountain or a really old Red Mountain, it could be as much as 100 years old. We're getting somewhere around the 100-year mark, perhaps, for the oldest of the Red Mountain series. There is no real documentation for when the series actually began. We generally date it to about the 1930s, because apparently that was around when BSR actually got the trademark for the Red Mountain brand. However, there is, of course, evidence that they did make cast iron even in those earlier days. One of the persons here in this channel has said that he has what he calls a BSR stove spider, which would be a skillet made even before the days of Red Mountain. And in which case, then, as mentioned, that would mean that those oldest of the BSR pans, likely around 100 years old, maybe more. A few more years, the earliest of the actual Red Mountain pans, the handwritten series, will be reaching their 100th anniversary. It's a hard one to find, I tell you. Exactly. Now let's check the temperature again, shall we? And now we're at 92. Hey, it is going up slowly, but it is going up. 93. This one still says 71 or 70. And this one says 115, 116. Yeah, I think I should definitely start rotating these in some manner or another. Well, we'll do it this way. That was easy. That's one advantage of having a spinner. So yes, it does take longer to cook this than a steak. No question about that. Oh, good. My Home Depot order is ready to be picked up. That's good. But I'm not in any rush. I won't stop this video for it. Might even pick it up tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, these things are definitely photogenic like a steak is, that's for sure. If anyone wants to point out the downside of cooking a chicken like this, please say so. I'm interested as much as everybody. I mean, you could say as well that yes, this is fried chicken, done with very little oil, in that you don't have to deep fry it. In fact, I might even have to add a little more to the pan for the look of it. May not be a bad idea. Especially since it's taking so long. If I add butter to this pan at this point, I'm worried that the butter might burn. I'm sorry? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, your chicken is going to be well done. I promise you that. And my dinner guest has pointed out that she likes blackened chicken anyway. Y'all's BSR, and so do I. Whoops, sorry about that. What does that say? But I had my lodge chefs first. That hunt, what if I had my lodge chefs first? That hunt would have been over. My lodge is a beast. Oh, I don't doubt that. And yeah, lodge chef skillets can cook with the best of them. There's certainly no question about that. William Hurd, I scored a wood burning kitchen stove sample. Sample, huh? Yeah. Okay, with all the little pots and pans, the little coal bucket. $15. Are we talking about a toy stove or a genuine sample? Because I would suspect more like a toy stove. Maybe just add a little bit. I definitely feel like, come on, I do need to add some more to the pan. I think there's very little doubt about that. So, guess it's time to get out the butter. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, there we go. Here it is. Plop. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit over here. There you go. It's definitely giving it some sizzle. So I think we're having the right effect here. In fact, for that reason, I think I'll double the amount of butter and put the rest of it in. I had maybe half a stick of butter. So yeah, there you go. You could even call this butter chicken, I guess. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Flop again. So, if you're considering this to be a different way of cooking chicken, good. I like trying new things. Hopefully this inspires someone. Not because I'm an expert, but because I'm trying something that is, I think, a little bit unorthodox. Even though all I'm doing is using the same manner that people use every day to cook steaks. In fact, on top of all that, let's take this, rub some right over the chicken. There we go. Come on, hold it right. Here, hold it there, hold it everywhere. All right, there you go with your mess. Picking and pulling bags up, Mercy. Oh, now. Does that sound like a dish? Mercy would want to make cream of cremated chicken. Well, why not? Give it a try and see what happens. That really has been my motto for, I'd say going on the last almost 14 years now. And I am very happy with that. Yeah, there's definitely more liquid in the pan though, so I'm happy with that too. Here, there, and a little bit here. And these things around. That's one advantage of having a spinner, at least. You can do that. Just turn it around as you need it. All right, it occurs to me I forgot the plates. So while I'm waiting, and even though we're early yet, I think I will dig out the plates so that at least we will have them. Besides, I've been told that I should stop fidgeting and fooling around with my food so much and just simply let it sit there and cook. Although I think I will turn it back to the other side. I'm liking the look of this, though. At least it looks good. Definitely can't complain about the look of this, that's for sure. Wait a few more seconds before trying the probe thermometer again. Yeah, we've been at this about 30 minutes, so it's definitely longer than it takes to cook a steak. However, as they say, good things come to those who wait. This one is now showing, get this, we're still only at 93 degrees here. So we still have a little ways to go yet. This one doesn't seem to have changed either at 114. And this one, on the other hand, is showing 127. Maybe I should get a lid for this. That might not be a bad plan. Unless anybody objects. Yes, indeed. I was tickled to get one at that price. Nice. Yeah, I think I will do that. I think I will dig up a lid for this and just simply, cook it with the lid on for a few minutes. Right. Any excuse to use one of my prized cast iron pieces is a good excuse, and that excuse is the 13-inch BSR camp oven lid, which fits this number 10 size Century skillet just about like a glove. And I was very happy to discover that too. What was that about a villain? Oh, I bet William. I've seen them without the parts here way more than $15. I am surprised for a Sunday stream. Hello, hippie Longshanks. Yes. Well, this is another one of those spur of the moment things that I just decided to do to have some fun, and I hope nobody minds. And please do not interrupt your Sunday schedule on my account. I am perfectly happy to let folks just simply watch the replay. I do my best to make it entertaining regardless. Because, well, as I said, we are making ribeyes here tonight, as the title of this video says. And as you've seen already, these are some very interesting ribeyes. And the reason why I call them ribeyes is because, well, they certainly do come from the rib meats. There is no denying that. So therefore, I thought I would trigger some people and call these ribeyes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, oh, is Anthony gone already? Oh, yeah. Let the panic know we're having ribeyes tonight. Nice. Hello. Trying not to treat us like stepkids since he got his new friends. Well, yeah, I do have new friends, and I'm glad to be able to cook for them. The pizza party yesterday was a big success, I think. The pizzas all came out great. And I'm very happy with the quality of the dough, too. The recipe is on my website under Cast Iron Pizza. And as I said, I feel like I am getting close to a satisfactory pizza dough recipe, finally. And William, are you serious? I was clearing the kitchen. I'll happily interrupt that. Well, thank you very much. I'll be patient and wait at least another minute, maybe two, before removing this lid, and then checking the chicken again. Checking the ribeyes again. Ah, yes. I've told the story of this lid before. That first of all, it was a lucky eBay score because the seller did not know what it was. I didn't know what it was at first either. I acquired this lid just after I got my, I'm not sure, yeah, one of my old, really old cast iron pieces. I think it might have been one of my 19th century cauldron. And I was looking for a lid that I thought would fit it. I ended up ordering this. It did not fit it, so I was kind of disappointed. Until I finally, after doing some research and finally learning from thanks to Facebook, realizing what this is, I discovered that I had been lucky enough to score a very rare BSR camp oven lid. Red Mountain Series 13-inch lid. Oh yeah, don't mind the background noise. A 13-inch cast iron camp oven lid, which BSR only made for a brief period of time because when they started making their camp ovens again, they discontinued odd numbers like 13. So this is definitely from the older days of the Red Mountain Series. Also, these pockmarks indicate this has seen a lot of use. There was probably a lot of cold cooking done with this. But nonetheless, it's largely because of this lid that one of my holy grails in the cast iron hunt is to find a BSR 13-inch Red Mountain camp oven that actually fits it. BSR camp ovens from the older Red Mountain days are as scarce as hen's teeth. In terms of rarity, I would put them probably on the level of the Erie spider skillet. There's no way that you'll be able to sell one of those for the price of an Erie spider skillet, but I do feel it probably is that rare. All right, let me get those. Okay. Now that I've done that, I've got to Take off the lid, and it's probably hot now. So, time for the pot holder. Ooh, as they like to say, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now these are some ribeyes. Bang. Let's see what the temperature says now. Well, here on this one, the temperature is now at, well, 109. And at this one, temperature is at 120, 128, 127. So we still have a ways to go. This one, on the other hand, has actually made it to 144. Surprisingly enough. So I think I'll turn this around. Ouch. Just got some splatter on me, my bad. Hello, Jose. Yes, hello, Jose Latias. Nice to see you. And Sam as well. As I'd mentioned, we're just here to have some fun, as always, here on this Sunday evening. Again, I am not doing anything to interrupt anybody's schedule. Please don't think you have to drop everything for this. On the other hand, I hope you are enjoying the sight, because these things are looking good. I really like the look of this. Really just a matter of getting it to the right temperature. And there is still, well, there is a ways to go here on this. But considering these things were in the easily, probably like in the low 40s when it first started. And we're now up to, this one is 106. 126 here. So definitely, this part here is definitely more of a hot spot. And this one, in fact, is at 142. All right, so let's move this over a little bit, since I can see that there's not enough heat going to this side of the pan. All right. 2 can eat off of 1. Yeah, tell me about it. These things are big, fat ribeyes. Yeah, definitely. And supermarket chicken breasts are really something else. I know there are horror stories about chickens prepared for the supermarket. I'm not interested. Not tonight. I am more interested simply in the fact that we've got some huge ribeyes here. As I've mentioned already, I'm calling these ribeyes because, well, technically they are. After all, they definitely come from the rib meat. In fact, the ribs are still attached and underneath this. Oh yeah, your girlfriend's got it made. Now, William. Hope everyone is doing well. Yes, exactly. Me too, Jose Latias. One of our regulars, Rick, apparently was in an auto accident, unfortunately. He showed up here tonight, though, so he has a broken arm, he said, but could be a lot worse. Nice to see you also, Cynthia. Yes, likewise to you too, Jose. Here's hoping your cast iron is getting a lot of use. At this point, we are about 38 minutes in, which is not bad, actually. I mean, if we were at this point after an hour, I might say, you know what, I'm just going to put the rest of this in the oven and simply bake it that way. And maybe I could do that too. However, we are making progress here. Progress has been very slow, but we've definitely made progress. Part of the reason why, of course, is that I've been cooking this, again, with the lid off. So if I check it yet again, this one here says 110. This one says 123 now. And this one says 137. I think I'll put the lid back on for a few more minutes. So here we go again. Besides, any excuse to show off this lid is a good excuse. During the live video the other night, somebody asked about some of my best scores, and I probably should have included this lid because more and more I realize, yeah, this was a good score, and I especially like the fact that I'm able to use it too. So, As much as I like this Century number 10, who knows? Maybe I should keep my eye out for a Red Mountain number 10. Of course, that's definitely a sign of cast ironitis. If you own a BSR Century pan and you want to find a Red Mountain pan to replace it, you might have cast ironitis. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Do you ever put okra in your peas? Interesting. Personal cook. Well, she back with her feet up. Okay. Amazing difference between boneless and bone-in chicken breast. Definitely. Especially in price at the supermarket. Which is really, I know, it's largely because of the convenience more than anything else. Yes. People don't want to do the work. Maybe they're in a rush or something. But that's the big reason for the difference between bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts and boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Even though it's really not difficult to remove the skins and the bones. And then you get some extra skin and bones, which of course, as they always say, you can make stock with. What am I doing here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Rick, hope you heal soon. Yes, exactly. Quick story. My sister calls me today and asked if I have a 20-inch skillet. I said no. Yeah, that would be nice. Of course, there's always the question of need versus want. I don't know if a 20-inch skillet would fit inside my stove or even on top of my stove, for instance. So if I were to come across a BSR jumbo skillet, which was in fact 20 inches, I would be torn. Also, it would really depend on the price, I think, more than anything else. If it was an affordable price, I might very well jump at a BSR jumbo skillet. Don't mind the background. Somebody is watching a horror movie. Nothing to worry about here. You are watching a horror movie, right?
No. It's not a horror movie, but...
It's not a horror movie?
No, but these people is,
Yeah.
they kidnap people, taking intimidating.
Considering the screams and the music as well, that's what made me think it was a horror movie. Now, apparently it was one of those dramas, but it sure sounds like a horror movie here. All my folks go way back, Dubs. She said she wanted to buy one from me. Oh, well, that was nice. Nice of them, Jose. And I'm sure you probably would have given a much better price than most cast iron vendors. Nobody here, mind you, but we're talking about people on eBay, especially. Because, yeah, I mean, as we all know, between antique malls and eBay, there are 3 rules for selling cast iron. Old is good, big is good, old and big are better. So, yes, a cast iron 20-inch skillet would command a ridiculous price on eBay. I have little doubt about that. Oh, man. Oh, baby, that's what I like. She's in California and I'm in Texas. Well, you would have a better chance of finding a 20-inch skillet there in Texas, I would think. This one is now showing... This kid... I'm starting to get a little worried here. This is... Oh, no. The other part of this is showing 153. This part here is still showing 122. This part here is showing 134. This part here showing 130. 123. And here is showing 157. So the outer edge is definitely cooking better than the inner edge. Well, I'm definitely glad I'm checking this with my probe thermometer, that's for sure. Still, I am getting to the point where I am hoping that this thing finishes up soon. And at this rate, it is taking a little while, because we're now at 45 minutes here. And this means, as I said, this thing is still showing 125. which would be great for a steak, but not so much for a chicken. However, over here, this is showing 154, 132, 123. All right, I think I might call it and turn on the oven. Let's turn the oven up to 400 degrees. Because if I bake this in the oven, it certainly will not take long at this point. All right, that all coming in. Trying to break out the other probe thermometer. Yeah, the temperature I'm trying to reach with these is 155 for 2 of them. One of them, on the other hand, I'm going to cook until it reaches 180. Why am I doing that? Because that is what was requested. My dinner guest said she likes her chicken well done, and I am going to accommodate her. So first, let's set it to the lower temperature. And then, once the oven reaches 400 degrees, in they will go. That's all right. It's not like this is a failure. I mean, after all, we are using cast iron and we're going to cook ourselves some ribeyes. Besides, that's a popular method anyway for making regular steaks in a cast iron pan. You sear it on the stove top and then cook it in the oven. So why not? Besides, it's getting a fair amount of splatter here anyway, so yeah, it probably would be better to put the rest of it in the oven. He may want to it. You from California? Okay, gotcha. My brother-in-law is a hoarder. He has everything he needs to open a restaurant. He doesn't need a 20-inch skillet. Ouch. My condolences there. Which reminds me, I've got to clean out my lye tank probably within the next week or so. I have a number of pieces in there that have been soaking in lye. I'm stripping them so that I can season them all from scratch. That includes the Wagner No. 9 chicken fryer. That's definitely got to be a project in itself. All right. He may want it as a paella pan. Sorry, any spelling. Yeah. Paella is actually spelled P-A-E-L-L-A. Because the English language makes no difference, especially words taken from other languages and then imported into English. He's a liar, Jose. I think sometimes he's from Mars when he rides from poor Mercury. Anyway, I still have certainly... Oh yeah, definitely I think we're getting to the point where I need to bake these in the oven. Because, like it or not, the underside is getting a little overdone. So yeah, I definitely need to finish this up quickly. I think I will just put it in the oven as is, even though it hasn't yet reached 400, because it's got to be close by now. So, let's do that. There's 1, there's 2. Come on. Oh, come on, I don't want to ruin it. And 3. Move this up a little bit. Come on. Pushing over. There we go. Okay. And with that, in goes the probe thermometer. Oh yeah, this one here has gone to about, as it says, 117, 118. So it still has about 30 degrees to go. So definitely time to get this in the oven. She's doing her best to recover. Congratulations, and I'm glad to hear that. All right, here comes the oven, and off the stove top, remove this leather cover. Actually put the leather cover back on. Because this is the fun part. Oven. Yeah, this is hot, all right. Careful. Careful. Got it. All right. Now remove the leather cover. In we go. Oh, that wasn't so bad. There we go. Off to a decent start here. This thing is now showing 122. If this thing rises too fast, then I'll start to worry, although it doesn't seem to have jumped any more than that, so that's good. Meanwhile, here's another look here at the BSR 13-inch lid. All right, this is not Cast Iron Wednesday, and we've been in here for 50 minutes. So I'm probably going to call this. I will just simply take photos when this comes out of the oven, because I have no doubt this is going to be very photogenic. But nonetheless, this was my attempt to cook a ribeye. Some ribeyes tonight. Chicken ribeyes, which is, of course, basically just that. Chicken breasts, you know, complete with the bone in and skin on. And I have little doubt that this is going to be some tasty chicken. I'll say again, the chicken itself was seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic, adobo, and sazon. So there will be color as well as flavor when this is all done. And I will let everybody know, but yes, especially Rick Stumbaugh, you just take care of yourself, okay? We will see you all on Wednesday, unless you're busy. Look at him kicking us out now. Well, as I said, Cynthia, this is not Wednesday. I intend to have some fun tonight, and I think we have. It's been almost an hour anyway. So we will, as I said, I will give you an update and show you the chicken when it comes out of the oven. In fact, I'll do a little short 10-second video of that. But yes, get well, Rick. And everybody have a good evening, okay? Even though I'm cooking, you still, well, thank you. I'm glad I did not interrupt. Bon appetit. And thank you again, William Hurt, for those wooden decorations. Thank you. So have a good evening, everybody. We will catch you all later. Have fun and enjoy your Sunday evening.